What would happen if you randomized the items of two completely different games and put those items in the opposite game's world? Well, that's what we're doing today. Welcome to my channel, Multiworld Mastery, where we combine games that are nothing alike into a mishmash of items and abilities going everywhere. This is all achieved using a software called Archipelago. We'll be going over Archipelago later in the video, so check the timestamps in the description if you want to just jump to that and learn more about how the software works. First things first, I'd like to introduce my channel and what my goal is here. See this list of games here? I want to learn to master each and every one of their randomizers so that I can play any of them at any given time in any multi-world, whether that be with other people, on my own, etc. I also want to show the learning process so that you can learn alongside me and see the progress and growth that I have throughout the time that I'm on here. Next, let's go over what a multi-world is. If you already know and don't want to hear this again, skip to the timestamp on the screen. A multi-world takes a randomizer of a game and swaps the items between multiple worlds of different games. An easy example of this would be if I grab an item in Link to the Past as shown here, then it would also show up in Super Mario 64 as a Power Star instead. And vice versa, let's say I grabbed a star in Mario 64, it can give an item to Link to the Past. This does mean, however, that sometimes when you collect your respective item in your game, it may not actually give you an item for your game. This means that until you get the item that you need to continue progressing your game is found, you may have to just stop playing and play another game for the time being. Every time you perform an action in your game that would either get you an item or unlock something for you, this is called a check. Most, if not all, checks are randomized and may give an item to the other games or give you a completely random item for your game. A multi-world can contain as many different games as you'd like, or you can all be playing the same game. It still randomizes the items between those worlds and your own game. Multi-worlds also can be played either by yourself or with other people. I tend to prefer playing with other people, but playing by yourself is fun in its own way. If you'd like me to make a tutorial on how to get a multi-world set up, or are just excited to learn the games alongside me, leave a comment telling me which game you want to see or see set up. Also, if you're liking the idea of it and want to see more, please consider subscribing and click the bell to be notified when new videos come out. Now that we know what a multi-world is, let's go over the visualization of the screen and trackers and how we get through a run. Firstly, let's look at the tracker on the bottom left side of the screen. This will be used to know which items we currently have and what we have access to as of right this moment. Not all games will use trackers, though most of them will and will be helpful in knowing where I am in my progress of my game. And here's a couple examples of what other trackers may look like for other games. Next, let's take a look at the chat log on the top left side of the screen. This is simply used to show where the item came from and where it's being sent to. The phrasing of it will always go the name of the game, the name of the item, and where it was sent to. With the way that I try to set it up, it will always have an abbreviation of the name of the game and the name of the player who's playing it. And lastly, I want to go over the games that we're playing on the channel, as well as my rating system that I have for each game that I'm playing. In the description below, I will have a Google Sheet linked that will have each game listed out and where my proficiency with that game is. These proficiencies will range anywhere from never played the game, all the way up to mastered. Each of my videos will have the proficiency level listed in them so you can know if it matches what you want to see. So keep an eye out for that. And that's everything that I wanted to go over today. If you made it to the end of the video, I just wanted to genuinely thank you for showing interest in what I'm doing here. It means a lot to me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace!